Hello, this is Bill Wallace with RE/MAX Results in Apple Valley, Minnesota. I'm here today to talk to you about how you might get a quick valuation of your current home, or as a buyer in Dakota County, how you might be able to quickly value a home based on two quick valuation assessment tools. Now, the first one of those tools is to base your home's price based on the assessed value. Right now in Dakota County, the average single-family home is selling for 94 to 95% of the Dakota County assessed value payable in 2010, and I'll show you in just a little bit how you can find that information out. Secondly, another quick valuation method is to look at the most recent sale of the property. Homes are selling in Dakota County for the prices way back in 2001. So again, if the house sold in the 2001 time frame, that's about what the price should be today. And homes are selling for about a 15 to 20% discount from the peak of the market in 2005 and 2006. Again, another quick way to be able to assess what the price of the home should be today. So let's take a look at some homes that are currently recently sold to see if those values hold true, and then some ones on the market and see if they're priced correctly. First one we're going to look at is at 1420 Cutter Lane, and you can get this information out again on the Dakota County website. Just search for the Dakota County Property Information Tool. You type in the address and search for the specific house you're looking for. And here's the number that we're looking for on assessed value: 2009 tax assessed value payable in 2010. This house was assessed at $278,000. It sold for $273,000 just within the last month. So it sold for 98% of tax assessed value. If we click on the details tab, you can see the last sale of the property, and the last qualified sale was in 2006 at the peak of the market. It sold for $323,600. Since it sold for $273,000 this last month, it's had a 15.4% discount, right in line with what I told you the discounts should be. Let's look at another recent sale. This one is at 8418 174th Street in Lakeville. So again, if I click on there, find the property, you can see again the tax assessed value is $222,000. I can tell you this property sold this month for $208,550, which is 94% of tax assessed value. If I click on the details tab, you can see that this house as well sold at the peak of the market in July 2006 for $263,000. In other words, a 20% discount from the peak of the market for this property, again right in line with the 15 to 20% discount that we often see. Okay, so let's look at some properties that are currently on the market trying to be sold, and using these tools then help us to determine if they're fairly priced. The first one I want to look at is in Eagan, and that one's at 4391 Hamilton Drive. There's the property right there, and you can see that the 2009 tax assessed value is $236,000. This property is currently on the market for $229,900, so it's at 97.3% of tax assessed value. Again, that's pretty close to being in line with a little bit of a buffer for some negotiations. Now, the last time this house sold was in 2005, peak of the market again, $272,000. We are at 84.5% of that number as far as the current list price, so they've already discounted it 15% from what they paid for the property. Again, that's pretty much in line with fair market value right now. This house is competitively priced and is a fair value both for the seller and for anybody that wants to buy it. Let's look at another property, 1845 Jasper in Lakeville. Now, Jasper Path. This property's tax assessed value was $523,300. This house is currently on the market for $599,900. In other words, they're looking for a 14.6% above tax assessed value. That doesn't seem quite right. If you look at the last sale price, this house again sold at the peak of the market, September 2005, for $600,000. So basically, this seller is trying to get the same price for the property that they purchased it for in 2005. Now again, right off the bat, we should know that there's no way that a house that sold for in 2005 should be selling for the same price. So again, if you're a buyer, you can quickly decide that, hey, that property is way overpriced and maybe not worth your time in taking a look at. So anyway, I hope that that helps you in determining some valuations for your home. Please go to my website at dakotacountyproperties.com for more information on pricing homes in Dakota County, Minnesota. Thank you.